Moment of inertia. Moment of inertia of a rigid body. Moment of inertia of a rigid body. In diagram we can draw a rigid body. This is a rigid body. This is a rigid body, and we can draw the axis of rotation. This is the axis of rotation of the rigid body, and this axis of rotation is AB. AB is the axis of rotation about which the body will rotate, and this is the rigid body having mass capital M. Capital M is the mass of the rigid body, and this rigid body consists of a number of constituent particles. M1 is the mass of the first constituent particles, which is at a distance r1. This is the perpendicular distance of the first constituent particle, that is r1, from the axis of rotation AB. When the rigid body rotates, in this case this constituent particle will revolve in this circular orbit. When the rigid body rotates about the axis of rotation AB with an angular velocity omega, in that case the first constituent particle of mass m1 will revolve in this circular orbit with a tangential velocity v1, and the rigid body rotates about the axis AB with an angular velocity omega. The first constituent particle will have the angular velocity omega in vertically upward direction, provided this rigid body rotates in anti-clockwise direction. M2 is the mass of the another constituent particle which will revolve in this imaginary circular orbit of radius r2. This is the circular orbit in which this constituent particle of mass m2 will revolve with the same angular velocity omega. Here r2 is the perpendicular distance of this constituent particle of mass m2. This constituent particle of mass m2 will revolve in this circular orbit with the tangential velocity v2 inwards and angular velocity omega in vertically upward direction, provided the body rotates in anti-clockwise direction or these constituent particles revolve in this imaginary circular orbit anti-clockwise. We can denote the circular orbit in which nth constituent particle will revolve with the rotation of the rigid body. Mn is the mass of the constituent particle, nth constituent particle, which is at a perpendicular distance Rn from the axis of rotation. Rn is the perpendicular distance of nth constituent particle which has tangential velocity Vn, and this constituent particle has the same angular velocity omega in vertically upward direction as that of the rigid body. Now the total mass of the rigid body is m, which is equal to m1 plus m2 plus dot 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 plus mn, that is sum of mass of the constituent particles. When a rigid body of mass m rotates about an axis of rotation AB with an angular velocity omega, all the constituent particles of masses m1, m2, of masses m1, m2, dot 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 dot, mn complete one rotation or revolution. It should be revolution. The body rotates but the constituent particles revolve. A revolution about the same axis of rotation AB axis of rotation AB in the same time and complete one revolution about the same axis of rotation AB in the same time, and the angular velocity of the constituent particles, angular velocity of the constituent particles of rigid body will be same. Angular velocity of the constituent particles of rigid body will be same, that is omega. Hence, the kinetic energy of rotation of the body about the axis of rotation AB, the kinetic energy of rotation of the rigid body of mass capital M about the axis of rotation AB is given by Ek equal half m1 v1 square plus half m2 v2 square plus plus half mn vn square. That is, total kinetic energy of rotation will be equal to the sum of kinetic energy of rotation of the constituent particles, where v1, this is the equation 1, that is the expression of kinetic energy of rotation of the rigid body, which is equation 1, where v1 equal omega r1, which is v1 equal omega r1, that is v1 means tangential velocity or linear velocity is the product of angular velocity omega and the radius of the circular orbit, that is r1, which is v1 equal omega r1, which is the tangential velocity of the constituent particle of mass m1, Similarly, v2 equal omega r2, which is the tangential velocity of the constituent particle of mass m2. v2 equal omega r2, which is the tangential velocity of the constituent particle of mass m2, vn equal omega r1, which is the tangential velocity of the constituent particle of mass mn. So we get the expression of linear velocities or tangential velocities of the constituent particles. Therefore, Ek equal half m1 omega r1 square. Putting the expression of v1, v2, vn, we get half m1 omega r1 whole square, half m2 omega r2 whole square plus plus half mn omega rn whole square. Now, omega square is taken common, so we get 1 by 2 omega square under bracket m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square plus plus mn rn square. Therefore, Ek equal omega square dot I. Therefore, Ek equal 1 by 2 I omega square. Ek equal 1 by 2 I omega square, where omega is the angular velocity. Ek equal 1 by 2 half I omega square, which is equation 2. And this is actually the kinetic energy of rotation of the rigid body about the axis of rotation AB. Kinetic energy of rotation of the rigid body, where I equal m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square plus plus mn rn square. That is the moment of inertia of the rigid body about the axis of rotation, which is I, capital I. So I has the expression which is m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square plus plus mn r1 square rn square. So I is the moment of inertia of the rigid body, about the axis of rotation AB. Axis of rotation AB. Therefore, I equals summation mi r I square, where I starts from 1 to n. I equal summation I1 tends to I starts from 1 to n mi r y square. Hence, the moment of inertia of a rigid body, yet it should be off before a rigid body. Moment of inertia of a rigid body about an axis of rotation is defined as the sum of products of masses of all the constituent particles of the rigid body and the square of perpendicular distance of them from the axis of rotation, and the squares of their respective distances from the axis of rotation. That means moment of inertia of a rigid body about an axis of rotation is defined as the sum of products of masses of the constituent particles of the rigid body and the squares of their respective perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation. Again, Ek equal 1 by 2 I omega square. That is the kinetic energy of rotation of the rigid body, and that is from equation 2. If omega equal 1, then Ek equal 1 by 2 I 1 square, I into 1 square. Therefore, I equal 2 Ek. So moment of inertia is twice of kinetic energy, I equal to Ek, provided omega equal 1. So this is a rigid body which rotates about an axis AB. This will be the axis of rotation. This is the axis of rotation about which the body rotates. AB is the axis of rotation. M is the mass of the rigid body which rotates in anticlockwise direction with unit angular velocity omega equal to 1. In this case, moment of inertia I will be equal to twice Ek. Moment of inertia I will be equal to twice of kinetic energy of rotation. Therefore, the moment of inertia of a body about an axis of rotation is equal to twice the kinetic energy of rotation of the rigid body or of the body rotating with unit angular velocity about the given axis of rotation. The moment of inertia of a body about an axis of rotation is equal to twice the kinetic energy of rotation of the body rotating with the unit angular velocity about the same given axis of rotation.